Hello children, welcome to our assembly. It's Reverend Hannah here, and today we're going to do an Open the Book assembly. The book that we're opening is the Bible, and of course all the stories come from our Lion Storyteller Bible. Perhaps when you hear those words, open the book, you can put your hands together and make them look like a book that's opening so that you open the book. So let's get ready to listen to our story from the Lion Storyteller Bible this morning.
For many years, the people of Israel had been waiting for God to send them a special person. But when this special person arrived, not everyone realized who he was. That special person was Jesus. We've already heard about the day he was born when we had the Christmas story, but Jesus has grown up a little now. Listen hard to hear how old he is. Let's open the book at the story called The Boy in the Temple.
The Boy in the Temple. "Excuse me," said Mary, "but have you seen my boy Jesus?" "I'm sorry to trouble you," said Joseph, "but I can't seem to find my son. He's 12 and about so tall." Again and again they asked, but Mary and Joseph found nothing but shrugs and sympathetic looks and, "Sorry, I can't help you." They were worried. They were scared. They didn't know what else to do. And what made it worse was that this should have been such a wonderful trip, off to Jerusalem to visit the temple and celebrate the Passover holiday. But now they were on their way home, and Jesus was missing. It was getting dark. "We've asked everyone who we came with," Mary wept, "and no one has seen him." Joseph snapped his fingers. "What about those boys, the ones from the next village? Jesus walked with them a while on the way down here." "I've already spoken to them," sighed Mary, wiping her eyes. "Nothing." "Then there's only one thing left to do," said Joseph. "We must go back to Jerusalem and look for him there." And so they went, retracing their steps, road by road, street by street, alley by alley, until they arrived exhausted at the temple. "Have you seen a boy?" said Joseph to one of the temple priests. "He's 12. He's—" "Have we seen a boy?" the priest grinned. "We certainly have. His name is Jesus, right?" "Yes," cried Joseph, "but how did you know?" "Come with me," the priest chuckled, "and I'll show you." The priest led them to a corner of the temple courtyard. There was a crowd gathered, listening to one of the temple teachers, and seated right at the teacher's feet was Jesus. "The boy is remarkable," the priest whispered to Joseph. "He has been going from teacher to teacher, asking the most amazing questions. And when the teachers quiz him, he answers with a wisdom well beyond his years. You should be very proud." "I'm certainly amazed," Joseph sighed, "but I would be much prouder if he hadn't worried his mother and me half to death. We should be halfway back to Nazareth by now." When the teacher had finished, Joseph and Mary rushed straight to Jesus. They hugged him. They led him out of the temple, but it didn't take long before they told him how they felt. "What did you think you were doing?" Mary asked. "We were worried sick." "I'm sorry," Jesus said. "I thought you'd know where I was." Then he looked back at the temple and whispered, "It is my Father's house, after all." Mary and Joseph looked at each other. Jesus took their hands, and together they started off home.
How old was Jesus in this story? Yes, 12 years old. This story reminds us that Jesus was a child who grew up just like you. He had a family who worried about him when he got lost, just like your family worry about you. Jesus had a mum and dad who loved him very much and cared about him being safe. Let's close our eyes for a moment and think of all those children in the world who don't have anyone to love and care for them.
That was a super story. It's interesting to hear that Jesus did grow up from a baby at Christmas that we learn about to a boy and eventually a man. I'm going to say a prayer now, and if you'd like to make it your prayer, please say Amen at the end after me. Dear God, thank you for all the people in our families who love us. Please help the children who don't have any family and find them someone to care for them. Amen. I look forward to sharing another story with you very soon and being able to come and visit you in school to do some assemblies. But in the meantime, stay safe and take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.